Hello and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, continuing from where we left off, as we try and figure out the mystery of the Zero Dawn project. Join me on this journey with Aloy, as we discover the secrets of this place, right beneath Sunfall, which is the Shadow Carja territory. So it looks like we made it upstairs. Oh, there's something here. Can I scan that? Is there a way around there? What's that? Can't scan you? Doesn't look like I can scan you. Maybe I should just be patient. Okay.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
I'm sure there was a way inside, Aloy. Just have a little patience, my darling.
Eclipse.
Careful now.
Where are we going to? How did y'all get in here?
Somewhere. She can't hide forever.
I don't intend on hiding, trust me, buddy. So, what's the plan here, Aloy?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
So that was Apollo. The Tree of Knowledge. Okay, so encapsulated DNA from Samina Ebaji to Elizabeth Sobek. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings: too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we are projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed, propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It is not just ironic, but heroic, life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much ado. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Okay. Looks like we go this way. Another text log. Apollo updates. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with self-science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attended curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with in the Aristotle and Aspasia Personae. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertained. Peace be with you, Samina. Okay, let's deal with these douchebags.
Come on, then.
What the hell, man?
Where'd you go?
This is it for you.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I messed that up completely.
Get eyes on.
Oh my god.
The shadow will reach you wherever you go.
Goodness. Oh shit. What the hell was that? Bro, come.
The last of them. Alone once more.
What should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Okay. Look at this place. What's that over there? I'm going that way. Any more data banks? What is this? Come on.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Silence, you catching all this? Okay, let's proceed.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Noise complaints, Travis Tate. To Elizabeth Sobek, color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore, anyone who says the old titty codes to Bashcore straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Soterium runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classic music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal theme stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bash core you'll see, or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. As for the request to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accent vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extension protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, nah, I don't think so. Stay cool. Trav. How'd I do, guys? Rate in the comments. Uh, don't tell me I have to reread this again. Hades Protocol. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking back control after Hades has done its business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it will work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back it tomorrow. Alligators. Okay. I guess like see you later, alligator. Okay, let's continue on this journey. More. From Samina Ibaji to Travis Tate. Elizabeth Sobek was CC'd. Archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Number, etc. Your 666 submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting a submission, thereby co-signing your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in George Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save, after all, or the rest of us do anyways. Samina Ibaji. Beef. I mean, there's always bound to be beef with the coworkers.
Looks like the only way onwards.
If you're not beefing with your coworkers, are you really... Yo, what's this?
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
All right. FZ Chambers. From Patrick Burchard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, the ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They are a revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give far zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the risks of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident that they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. Hey, y'all gotta give me some points, yo. I did my best. I don't know what accent that was, but I stuck with it, and that's all that matters. What's this?
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
What's that? What's this? Euleithia model A15. So these are literally where the humans would be. Okay, what's this here? PBK, corruption partial. Development of the artificial personae for cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I have also attached reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on the disciplinary servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will, amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. Unjust data corrupted. Alright, I gotta stop doing that. We're going up, yeah, okay.
I can't spare the weight.
It's okay. More. I wish this were like audio logs. Okay, PBK to Elizabeth. Euleithia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial system is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree that there's margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Doc, in addition to personally overseeing completion of Ulithia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. Okay. Holo projector. Okay, let's move on up. Is there anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So they basically showed you across all the subordinate functions of Gaia.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Silence must be so, like, envious that Ayla is able to access all these things. While meanwhile, he's been working at it for years and is unable to do so. Okay. Are we going up? It looks like we're going up. Okay, let's go. Can we... Is there anything down there? It looks like it's just water. Let's go. We found a back way in. Is there anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Did we make it? We made it. We made it. Okay. We made it. Alright, what's this?
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Let's put a bullet through Ted Farrow's head. That would be nice. Anything here?
Nuts would benefit from antilopinae morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing
Used
capability.
to hold something.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Some
Dr. Sobek,
component that got
as I
removed.
have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
What's this? No data on this thing? Did you crash or something? What was that? Huh.
You will undergo a
brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
In you what? In you what? We're in. Examine Elizabeth Sobek's terminal.
Full already.
Odyssey has failed. Oh, some terrible news. I'm afraid Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night's telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. So Far Zenith failed. Or did it? Find out on Forbidden West. Artemis. Charles Ronson to Elizabeth. Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas. Suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection of team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. Ronson. So that's Artemis. Is there any other data here for me to take? I don't believe there is. So we can do this, right? Can I access this?
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
We got it? We got it. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for joining me today. I'll catch you guys soon. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you guys shortly. Until next time.